And we are live at Waffle Board Breaks. How's everybody doing tonight? 27 boxes. 27 boxes. Ooh, 6 more to go till the reload. I'll be getting the pictures up probably some point in time this weekend of the stuff going in. I'm not sure exactly how many I have, but it's still waiting on a couple here and there, but it's a pretty good batch. So I think it'll be 16. So just like last time. So hopefully everybody is looking forward to those, but we still have some good stuff to hit before that reload goes in. 27 boxes today, 6 more to go before the reload. One today, one Thursday, double box on Sunday, the very last eBay double box before the reload is in. Then next Tuesday and Thursday are the best odds we can get. 1 in 23 and 1 in 22 next Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you, CK, for the close. Yes, Dale, CK grabbed the last spot on Facebook before I went live. So he closed us out. CK is looking for some closer mojo. You grabbed your spots early. So you got, like you said, you got 3 spots of 27. Everybody's got 3 spots. Has a 1 in 9 chance of hitting. Just absolutely insane mathematical odds. Let me see. You got 3. Larry has 2. Nick has 2. Big Al has, what's he got? I think he has 3 or 4. 4. Big Al's got 4. CK has 3. Mike H has 4. Devin's got 1. Daryl's got 1. John R. Those guys visiting us from Big Al's world. Jason R. has his 3. So he's got 1 in 9 chance of one of the Leafs hitting tonight. Pretty crazy. Thomas M is a couple. Who else we got in there? Let me see. Jason R, Mike H, CK, Dale, Larry, Thomas, Adam R's got 2. John R's got the 1. Daryl L's got the 1. Nick F has the 1. So you guys have 1 in 27 chance with 1 spot. Better than 1 in 14 if you have 2 spots. And, of course, 1 in 9 chances your jersey hits. Mathematical odds. I was always a big fan when I was in these and similar breaks. Of course, doesn't improve your chance of hitting. It's like roulette. The odds are still 1 in 37, 1 in 30, or 1 in 38. You have 36 numbers on the board and 0 and 00. So your odds of any number hitting, of course, is always going to be 1 in 36, or 1 in 38 rather, with the 2 zeros and 00 and 0. But like I said, you feel better having your spots. I always had my spots, and I've hit. In fact, one time I hit 13 back to back. I didn't up the bid. I actually have covering. I think I have 6 numbers covered, and 13 hit, and I upped the chips on every spot other than 13, and bang, hit back to back. I was like, I think I had 3 chips on there, so that's like, was that 105 to 1? Maybe I had 5 on 13, so that's like 175 or 180 to 1. So it was nice to hit back to back, but yeah, I mean, it'd been nice one of my other spots hit. Back to back 13 was pretty good. Haven't played roulette in a while. Gone down the EC. I'm not sure where you guys are, other than online gambling, poker, and I guess online roulette as well, online casinos, live casinos. I'm sure most people have the ability to get to a live casino wherever you may be, whether it's a reservation casino or a floating casino. I know that those on the a lot of the rivers, casinos in most states are some way to bet. So, but AC obviously Vegas, and people go out to Vegas and bet up there. But big fan. Like I said, I'm a roulette fan of anything. I said it's the worst odds of anything you can bet down in AC. But like I said, I like having my numbers. 13 obviously is my favorite number. But like I said, you got to cover the other spots as well. But yeah, so your odds 1 in 27 of any one box hitting tonight. Of course, we know closer mojo is real, so somehow the odds are even better for whoever closes. And then CK's got the last spot tonight. He grabbed the Slavkovsky. I dropped it down $1, and he scooped it up, so he has 3 spots going into tonight. So we'll see. Like I said, after tonight, we'll be at 26 boxes on Sunday, or on Thursday. 26 is pretty crazy. We hit box 26, Black and Even. That came out on for Roulette fans that came out on Sunday. So we've had some pretty good. We had actually both boxes came out from the second to last reload, which was pretty crazy. That gets us down to 8 boxes left from that reload. We were at 10 of that. We have 13 from the most recent reload. So from the 16 originals, we're down to 13 from the the most recent reload, which means 13 of the 27 boxes, almost a 50-50 chance a new box will come out. So those spots got grabbed up pretty early today. I mean, there's really no, the randomizer is a randomizer. There's no way to influence, which boxes are more likely. But I mean, like I said, we've knocked out some old stuff pretty regularly. We now have, like I said, only 4 boxes before June. We have 2 from early June and 8 from late June, and then the 13 from July. So only 4 boxes are in there. On the left side here are 4 boxes are from before June. So that's pretty crazy. There's no way to influence that. What's up, party people? Adam R is feeling it. He's cooled up a little bit, obviously, but he's he hit a bunch of boxes in a row, or he was real hot for a little while. And there, like I said, it ebbs and flows, comes and goes. I said we got a pretty good crowd. I think we have 12 or 13 people grab spots on the look. Might be 13. I say, I think because Devin grabbed a spot. Devin's got Anze Kopitar. I think that put us at 13. So real good crowd for midweek stuff. Thank you much. Obviously, we're missing our Sunday regulars, and we know Ron today either. Ron was out on Sunday as well. So Ron, who actually had hit somewhat recently, he has not been in on Sunday, or usually the midweek stuff he's hit or miss whether he's able to make these breaks. But we'll be down to 26 boxes on Thursday, so I expect the spots to go just as fast as tonight. We'll see how it goes. You guys are a great bunch. You guys know the odds. You guys grab, obviously, same spot prices for Thursday, no matter what hits tonight. It could be a monster. It doesn't matter. Same spot prices for Thursday. And then, of course, we'll reassess after Sunday for our last 2 boxes before the reload goes in. So pretty busy week. I mean, I have to get everything ready. I just got to start building the boxes for the reload. I got to start getting the pictures ready for you guys to check out on Facebook. And, we're getting there. Like I said, the boxes are starting to pile up upstairs for me to mail out for you guys. Hopefully you're getting the box. You're getting the jerseys I sent out last week, whether in the next couple of days. I don't know if anybody's received anything by today, obviously. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I expect Wednesday or Thursday. Nobody lives far enough that there should be too much of a delay, especially in the summertime. Everything's pretty much moving pretty quickly through the postal system. We haven't had anything lost, knock on wood, in quite some time shipping from WAFFLEBOARD breaks. Everybody seems to be getting their jerseys at some point in time. No real delays. So now, like I said, lots of good stuff to hit. Lots of big monsters still in there. I won't be upset if anything hits. I would love to see the monsters come out. You guys are such a great, devoted WAFFLEBOARD break room. I'm really happy when you guys do hit the monsters. And like I said, even the lesser spots. Closer Mojo's real. That's usually not a monster spot that goes last, but we know that exists. So good luck to those spots. Good luck to, like I said, good luck to all you. You guys have been dedicated to your spots. So I'm really happy when any of you guys hit. So we'll see what comes out tonight. So like I said, without too much ado, let me see anything else. Like I said, no real news items. Hockey's still kind of in a slow zone. We're not quite getting ready for camps yet, but there's stuff still trickles out here and there. But let me see what not that. So I'm just going through my my postings. Nothing particular. Let me see. Milwaukee's on fire. Anybody that's baseball fans, they're unbelievably on fire. Jays seem to be in control of that game. They added an insurance run in the bottom of the 8th, so they're at the top of the 9th, up 5-1 on the Cubbies. Really good game. Couple iffy innings, but they really only got 1 run pushed through by Chicago. So big homestand. They got 3 this week with Chicago, and then 3 against the Rangers. And then they got some heavy games we got Marlins, we got the Yankees, we got Milwaukee. It's a pretty rough stretch here in August. It'll decide, probably how we're looking going into September. But some big games. I mean, if you want to be a legit playoff team and make some noise, these are the games you got to win. So the dog days, it's Looney Dog night in Toronto. They're selling thousands upon thousands of whatever Canadian dollar loony dogs. So it's a pretty big night for the hot dog stuffing faces up in Toronto. So yeah, they're up in the top of the ninth, hoping to close that out. Hoffman's out there. Hopefully he's not walking five guys like he did against the Dodgers, but we'll see how that goes. Like I said, we're not going to wait too much long. Let's get right to it. I don't want you guys to sit around here waiting for the break. So let's get going. I got my list up here ready to go. Where's my dice? Where's my list? Okay. Okay, let's get going. You guys know the drill. 5 or more, of course, on our boxes in order still. Here we go. Just the one box from February, and then there's I think it's an April box, and then 2 Mays, 2 early Junes, and then 8 end of Junes, and then 13 still from the last reload. So we have skipped anything. 30 got skipped. So pretty much anything everything 32 is from the second last reload, and 30 was from the oldest boxes. But everything else, if it's 30 and up, that's the reload. So we'll see what comes out tonight. Good luck to everybody. I'd like you guys to get rewarded for your dogged determination of your spots hitting. I know sometimes people change their targets, and I'm not going to feel bad for anybody that misses, but I definitely, you guys, it's all part of the game. You guys know the break game. If you manage to grab a spot some nights, if it hits, it hits. Sometimes the randomizer is in your favor. So we'll see what comes out tonight. Good luck, everybody. 5 or more on our break. It is 7 times. The most common dice roll is 7. We'll see what comes up tonight with 7. So good luck, everybody. Let's hit whatever you're gunning for. So make sure you hit it. 27 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the box we're going to open tonight, good luck, everybody, is box number 18. 18 is 18. 27 boxes, 7 times. Box 18. Let me see. Where's 18? Where's 18? Okay. Here we go. 27 boxes, 18, 7 times. There we go. 18 is dead middle on the tower. Just above 20. So there we go. What's up, Thomas? Thanks you stopped by. 18. So now we got 3 stacks of 6. 18 boxes in the middle, 8 boxes on the shelves, 26 total boxes for Thursday. So the odds are as good as we're going to get spot, or for pick your player spots. 26 boxes. Like I said, I would love to be in breaks with 26 boxes. It's going to be fun. Like I said, we got 5 more boxes before the reload after tonight. This is box 18 today. Let's see what we got for you. Box 18. Good luck, everybody. Let me do my due diligence here. Box 18. Where's my breaks here? Okay. Box 18 it is. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Lose my list. Box 18. See what you got for us. See what you got. Box 18. We got. What's that? Ooh, this is an Adidas. This is Patrick Marleau, longtime San Jose Sharks, Pittsburgh Penguins Patrick Marleau, and that's a Frozen Pond COA. One of my favorites of all the COA companies. Always been a fan of Frozen Pond. They get nice SIGs on their stuff. They make sure nice quality SIGs. Yeah, that was back when they don't do the cards on it anymore. But there we go. Patrick Marleau on the Pittsburgh Penguins. That is a Fanatics number 12, just like he wore in San Jose. Patrick Marleau. There we go. Patrick Marleau, Pittsburgh Penguins. There we go. The skating pen. Patrick Marleau. I don't even know who had Marleau. Marleau might have been a late claim, but there we go. Patty Marleau. It's one of my favorites. Obviously, long time San Jose Sharks. Played the very end of his career with the Penguins. Patty Marleau is going tonight to Nick F. Nick F. Congratulations, Nick F. I know you're here live for us. I'm not sure if you always catch live. I think you've been in the room a couple times, but usually you're watching tape delay. So congratulations, Nick F. beating the 1 in 27 odds, hitting the Patrick Marleau. Sorry, of course, for everybody that did not hit, but your odds have now gotten even better. 26 boxes on Thursday. We still have 13 new boxes. So 13 from the last reload. Make sure you guys eye your targets. Congratulations. Very nice. Congratulations all around. Nice job, Nick F. Hit my Penguins. I think I have another Penguin coming. So at least I have Penguins coming. You guys keep hitting stuff, and I always seem to have a backup for it. But no Patty Marleau coming. But congratulations on that one. Very, very nice. Like I said, I'm not sure if he's a Hall of Famer. He's definitely one of those Hall of very good guys. But like I said, I mean, that's similar to, I'm a lifetime Cavalier fan, former number 1 overall pick. And I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer. He's definitely a Hall of very good. Obviously, won a cup in Tampa. Patrick Marleau, number 2 overall pick, San Jose Sharks. He's another guy that was one of those Hall of very good guys. He's definitely, he put up huge numbers. At one point in time, he had the I don't know how many he played, maybe the most games. Obviously, without winning the cup, he might have the record. Played a long time, real long career. So congratulations on that. He's got some really, really nice numbers. But like I said, similar to the kind of numbers that Dave Andrewchuk had. He was one of those guys that put up long career with good numbers, but he obviously he got the cup at the end of his career. Now I don't know if they gave him the boost to get into the Hall of Fame. I mean, his numbers kind of, if you're going with your total numbers, you kind of got to get those guys into the Hall of Fame. But it's nice to see those long playing players get the Hall of Fame. Guys like Bondra, guys that played a long time. McGillney was a little bit shorter career, but he was a lightning in the bottle. He had a great career, ended up winning the cup, obviously, with the Devils. And he was like the first Russian that kind of like broke everything for the players to come over from Russia, snuck out of Russia. So it was nice to see him finally get in. Like I said, I'm not sure we're going to see Patrick Marleau get in, but he's definitely one of those Hall of very good guys. It was always entertaining to watch him play. Good all-around player, big scorer with the Sharks. Obviously, when they were a really bad team for a long time, but no Whalers. I told you I only have the 1 Whalers in the PC. If I can hunt down the Whalers, I definitely would get down to the boxes for you guys. I'm not going to give it up. I'm not giving up my franchise. My Ronnie franchise is the only whale I have, but I'm always looking for whale stuff for you guys. Like I said, I love finding stuff that's when you never see it. Wait till you see some of the stuff I have for this reload. Like I said, I have some, like semi-regulars that we've seen in a while, but I do have some out of left field things that you guys are going to be quite entertained by. And it might not be as huge a name as like the Yager and the Gordie Howe, but there's some really cool stuff coming into this next reload. But we still have 5 boxes to go before then. So good luck on Thursday. Make sure you guys are back here 8 p.m. Grab your spots. 26 boxes. And don't snooze on the bids on Sunday, because this is the last level box. 1 in 25, 1 in 24 box odds. Grab those spots for Sunday, because we might have 2 monsters come out same night. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. But 1 more box to go before then. Good luck, everybody. Like I said, I totally appreciate everybody continually being involved. Just the Fanatics. But like I said, it's nice pens, jersey, got a nice crest. So thank you very much, everybody. I can't wait to see you back here on Thursday. Enjoy your next day off. And I don't know what you guys are doing on Wednesday. I actually had to get a replacement tire. So I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. And like I said, I got tons of work ready for the next reload. But till then, we got some nice big monsters to hit. So thank you very much, everybody. See you guys back here on Thursday. Waffle Board Breaks is out.